I'm starting to learn to connect to a variety of people and sectors in the community to make that happen, right? So how does my work intersect with the business community? Meeting with local business leaders has been really important to understand what that work looks like. How does my work connect with healthcare and being able to form connections with providers in the region and find those intersections? So I really see I always think about myself in this role as like a hub on a spoke, right? My job is to be a connector. My job isn't necessarily to come up with the solution or solve the problem, but it's to bring people together and to think creatively and to find a shared mission together. So that's what I hope I'm starting to do slowly, and I hope that I will continue to build as I become more grounded in the Upper Valley.
Excellent. Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember what it was.
I apologize to our viewers who may not have heard the answer to the first question. It was a long one, so I'm going to let cherry pick which parts of it they would like to jump back into. I think we were evaluating what brought Cherry to Leadership Upper Valley and what resulted with them sitting on the couch right now.
Yeah. So I don't remember exactly what I said, so I'll start fresh. So again, I'm Cherry Sullivan, and I'm newish to the Upper Valley. I came here about 2 years ago from Western Massachusetts, where I really felt a strong sense of belonging, both personally and professionally. I started working here locally about 6 months ago for the Upper Valley Haven. I wanted to join Upper Valley Leadership because for me it was an opportunity to really start to connect and build community with people who truly care about this region, who every day hope to make it an even more beautiful place to live and to work and to play. So for me, being part of Upper Valley Leadership is that opportunity to really find new colleagues, hopefully some new friends, and a shared mission in creating such a great space here in the Upper Valley.
Awesome. Thank you for repeating yourself for everybody. Do you want to share with us maybe one good, fun anecdote of either a contrast to Massachusetts or something that you found is really similar? And then while you're sharing that anecdote, maybe somebody else from the audience will think about coming onto the couch.
So I think in many ways the community has a similar feel from where I was coming from. And that feel is around, good food, good music, a love of the outdoors. And what I like to say is taking a scrappy city and making it into something that really feels like home for a variety of people. So I think that both, we called it the Pioneer Valley in Western Mass, and the Upper Valley here takes that opportunity to bring new light to old ways.
Excellent. Can we have a round of applause for Cherry, please? Thank you. So if Cherry, if you want to stand up and maybe offer the microphone to
I can share that. One of the things that we're talking a little bit about with Upper Valley Leadership is the arts and the sense of belonging. And I work in public health. And it's really important to note that everyone experiences belonging in different ways. And today we're exploring how the arts can build a sense of belonging. But what we know from research over and over again is that good public health is building a sense of belonging. So whatever that means to you as individuals or to us as a community, we're actually going to be a healthier community by figuring this out together. All right, who's next?
Cherry.
Welcome back, everyone. This is Lucretia with Leadership Upper Valley here at JAM in White River Junction, and I'm welcoming John to the couch. John, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Lucretia. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Thanks. Big fan of the show. Happy to be here.
So, John, tell us a little bit about what you do when you're not here with us at these monthly cohort meetings where we get a chance to explore the different aspects of life in the Upper Valley.
Great, thanks. Well, I am a transportation and program manager at Vital Communities, where I work on trying to get people to take the bus, ride bikes, get out of single occupancy vehicles, and enjoy the communities around them. And I also work on housing in the Upper Valley, which is, as everybody knows, is a very big issue, and so keeps me busy doing that. But when I'm not working, I'm spending time with my family, my wife and 2 young kids. I got a 2 and a 4-year-old, and we're new here to the Upper Valley. We just moved to White River Junction in August, and so we're really busy getting to know our new community and have found a great place to meet people and to experience new things. And so it's just kind of been a journey for us, and it's been, a great, exciting time.
Well, welcome to the Upper Valley, and thanks for the important work that you do. So there are 27 of us in this Leadership Upper Valley program, and I imagine that we all came with some sort of vision for the future of this place that we would like to bring to life. I'm curious if you want to share with us a little bit of the vision that you have for inclusion and sense of belonging in our special place.
This is a hot seat. These are going to be some softball questions. I think, so I'm just going to speak kind of from personal experience of I think, being new here to the Upper Valley, and I think speaking to trying to find a sense of belonging. Because for my family and I, we've been bouncing around a lot of different places. My wife and I met in California. I grew up in South Dakota. We moved to South Africa, and then to Ontario, and then Western Massachusetts, and finally here. And we really intentionally wanted to find a place where we could set down roots, find a forever home, and find a community. We've built community in a lot of places where we've been, but then we've had to be uprooted and leave those places. And I found that, I think so far, the Upper Valley is a bit of a double-edged sword when that, because it feels as though there is a lot of welcoming and belonging, but there's also a lot of gatekeeping around whose voice counts and who is really allowed to be a part of the community, especially when it comes to decision-making and having opinions about things. There's a lot of I think that there's that sense of, and I'll speak because since I live in Vermont, that I kind of get a sense that I will never be allowed to be a Vermonter. My kids might not even be allowed to be Vermonters because there's certain generational kind of gatekeeping around there. So I think that my interpretation as a person new to the Upper Valley is that needs to be dissolved a bit, because this is a place where it's an aging community. It needs to have new people coming in. There needs to be new ideas, as well as, I think, a chance to have cross-generational mingling of ideas and perspectives, and a diverse set of opinions around what the future of the Upper Valley is, and how it includes both those past, present, as well as new voices into that vision and perspective.
Yeah, that resonates a lot. Thank you so much for sharing that. And here in the studio, I could hear the nods and murmurs of agreement as you were speaking. So clearly you've struck a chord that resonates with more of us. So I'm curious, this will be my final question for you, John. As you speak to people who are listening in from a variety of different places, who may or may not be in dialogue about these types of issues at home, what would be your suggestion, or what would be your recommendation for them to bring this idea of sense of belonging and inclusion to the forefront for all of us?
For me, the curiosity is an incredible value to me, and I think that if you start from a standpoint of curiosity, you sort of can disarm any presumptions you might have about where a person is coming from or what ideas they may be bringing to the table. And so I feel like if you can approach the people in your community from a space of curiosity and the conversation that you have, and really wanting to learn and understand, while also still maintaining, I think, your own strength of vision and perspective, but with I think a softness and a playfulness around the dialogue. That's how I feel kind of any sort of conversation or initiative or activity can really have legs is if people are just curious about where the conversation might take them, or where the activity might lead, or where ideas might find grounding and footing.
Thanks so much for being with us today, John. We loved having your live debut on TV here at Junction Arts and Media. Check out Leadership Upper Valley and Vital Communities if you want to learn more. Have a great day.